Peeps! Hopefully the backlit situation will be a little bit better because I've turned the camera around that way. We shall see. So welcome, happy Sunday. I'm very glad that Claire actually texted me and said, is the Hangout still on? And I was like, yes it is. That was half an hour ago. I thought I'd set an alarm on my phone, but I hadn't. So fun times. So there's 4 of you here, although one of you is actually my mum's laptop down here, who I've set up as a moderator. If anyone else would like the power of the wrench, let me know. Hi, Sandra. So hopefully, what is the time in Australia? Hopefully it's a little bit better for you guys. Hopefully. I'm still drinking my breakfast. 9 p.m. Okay, so that's not too bad. Not too bad. Better than last time because it was 6 a.m. or something last time, wasn't it? Which was definitely. Oh, I don't know what to do about the lighting. See if we can turn it around even more. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Sort of. Or if I. Yes. Good morning, Terry. 7 a.m. Thank you so much for getting up. Wow. So, oh gosh, there's 19 of you now. Hello, welcome. So up until about 5 seconds ago, I did have my, I did have Susie sat on my lap, but then Dad came home, so she immediately was just like, oh, I must leave. And we had like a very, very violent struggle for her to get away. Morning, Nancy. Hello, Cheryl. I don't know why I'm looking at the text up there. I've got an entire laptop here with the chat on it. So although this one is a little bit slower than this one, so just so that you're aware, yeah, I'm a bit delayed. So as ever, I'm being overly ambitious. Hi, Julie. Hello, Nancy from Florida. And hello, Cheryl from Kansas. 6 a.m. Thank you so much for getting up. Hello, Claire. Thank you for reminding me about this. Hi, Rachel. Dad's just sitting there going, why am I talking to myself? Come say hey to the peeps.
I thought you were gibbering on.
No.
Hello, everyone.
I am gibbering on, but there are people, there's 25 people actually listening to me gibber.
That's okay. You're fine then?
Yes. I'm not too bad.
No. Okay. I'm going to go and finish my jobs.
Yes.
It's, I came in to say I'm doing roast pork today, so you...
Oh, yes, please.
You're having dinner with us?
Yes, please.
Yes, okay.
Is it just the 3 of us?
You haven't invited anyone, have you?
No.
No. It's just the 3 of us.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
And the dog.
And the dog, yes.
Yeah.
He won't come and say hi now because Dad's in the house and she's going to follow him around. Oh, is your shirt finished? Or is it still
the buttons aren't on.
Has it got buttonholes?
No.
Oh.
But, look at that.
It's a thing of beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, and shirt.
Sandra says she's training her own fwiff at the moment. Fwiff in training.
Fwiff in training.
Any recommendations?
Yeah. Tell him never to give in. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good Christmas present, wasn't it?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yes, he's not had one negative comment about this one, so Mum might actually finish it a fairly quick time for him and make him another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got your own cubbyhole of fabric there, you know that, right?
I know. I'm still waiting for my gardening thing with the big pockets.
Yeah.
Pockets.
Yeah.
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 Well, no, I can have a short sleeve, but I will need strong pockets.
Yes. What have I missed? Anyway, hello. Hi, Rachel. Hello, Cheryl. You've been up since 4? Why, Cheryl? Why? Lynbeth. Oh, I can't pronounce your name, but hello from Sweden, and it's 1 o'clock in Sweden. It's midday here. Elise, hello. 7 a.m. Central Time. I think CT is, isn't it? USA. And Rachel, you got all your ironing done just in time. I would have saved your ironing so you had something to do whilst you're watching me waffle on. So I have as ever, an overly ambitious pile of things. These need to be unpicked, so I'm hoping that there's less concentration needed to be unpicked than there is to actually sew things on. So we shall see. Oh, CT is Connecticut. Sorry. I should know that. I know your address, don't I? So, yes. You've been sewing since 4 a.m, Cheryl. That's amazing. What have you been sewing? What are you making? Oh, hello. There's 30 of you there now. Hello, welcome. You've just unpicked a load of buttons from your hubby's old work shirt so you can reuse them. I do that as well. I have to say, I'm actually quite naughty as well with my me-made makes. If I've made something that hasn't quite worked for me, but I love the buttons on it, and because I was desperately trying to make the thing work, like my Nina Lee Q dress, I actually took all the buttons off and donated it to the charity shop. And I don't know if that means that it will immediately get thrown away, but I believe, from my understanding, is that they recycle the fabrics because they can still get money from just the weight of fabric. I was going to say most of us can't generate decent amounts of weight of scrap fabric to actually make money on it, but I don't know about me and Mum. Dad might differ with that one. But yeah, I kind of, if I like the buttons and then I don't sew on different buttons, which is probably very bad of me, isn't it? But they're nice buttons. So yeah, anyway, 6 a.m. in Tennessee. Good morning, Kathy. Dress for the 70s party. That sounds amazing, Cheryl. Yes, exactly. New buttons are also expensive. I've got some of those Wim Wam buttons, and I have to say that if I ever donated anything that had the Wim Wam buttons on it, I would take the Wim Wam buttons off. Hello, so pretty kitty. How are you? Nice to see you. So yeah, I have. So over on Patreon, like the $15 Peeps on, and I don't know if I have. This is an advert for my own Patreon. Oh, and guys as well, if anyone is interested. For the first time in 8 months, the top tier is available. So the lovely Susie has had, in fact, no, it's 9. Susie hasn't had 9 NCWs and penny ins, and she has relinquished the top tier. So the top tier is available for May. If anybody wants it, you need to get in there before the end of April. It's $150 for the penny in, and it's absolutely amazing. If you'd rather have an NCW, you can message me and let me know, and I'll make that tier available. But yes, advert for me. But one of the other tiers that I have on Patreon is for a $15 tier, and they get the monthly mail and the shout out and all those things, but they also get to have their questions answered first on the Hangouts. And the lovely Erica, who is in Seattle, so I would imagine it's probably midnight for her because Seattle is the West Coast. Does anyone else have to do the never eat shredded wheat thing to work out which direction you're in? Erica has sent me a list of about 20 questions. So I'm going to work my way through these as we hang out today and do some unpicking of things. So the first question that she asked was favourite Avenger and why? Loki and Tom Hiddleston, basically. So yes, although I so have to say, when I first saw Thor, Chris Hemsworth in that iteration wasn't quite doing it for me. But sort of Chris Hemsworth now, yes. So, and I'm obviously aware that the actors and the Avengers characters are totally different, but yeah, still, I don't know if Loki can even be considered as an Avenger because, I mean, he fought on their side and died for them at the beginning of Infinity War. So, yeah. Terry, I wish I was sewing early today, but I had to unpick so I can take in everything I've made since the new year started. But that sounds like you've lost weight, so that sounds like it's a good thing, I think. Let me know. Planning a photo shoot with... do you mean boudoir, Julie? That's what it phonetically looks like. So very cool. Elise, I got my first Wim Wam buttons. They are for a full-length flint trouser that has taken me months to finish. Down the waistband, buttons and hem. Very nice. Hi, Louise. Louise, everybody is asking if you made the non-paper paper towels, and I believe that you did, didn't you? Oh my goodness. So yes, you kind of you have started something. And I think you may need to kind of give us I'm sure the tutorial's very, very easy, but give us like a list of what you use and things, because they are awesome. And I've already used a couple of mine. I used one last night to catch a mouse, because that's what I used to use paper towels for. But I used one to catch a mouse, and that's immediately gone in the wash. So yes. Desi, my love, you have donated some money, which is incredibly, incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Please don't feel like you have to do that though, because the chat is moving slowly enough that I will get to everybody's questions. So that is amazing of you. Thank you so much. But don't feel that you have to do that. But thank you. Does that have a question in it as well? I can't see if it's got a question, but thank you. That's very kind of you. Let's see, where did I get to? No sewing for me today. Packing up for a move. I will get my sewing room in the house later though. A whole sewing room in your own house, that is very cool. Very, very cool. Loki is Fenris's father. Yes, Loki. There are a few huskies called Loki, and I can imagine that there are, yes. But yeah, Norse mythology, Loki had a number of weird children, didn't he? But yes, I know he's Fenris's father. I did know that. I like mythology. I like mythology a lot, and I kind of wanted to study it at university until I realized that it was actually the classics and it wasn't just the mythology side of things, and that you couldn't go that niche. So yeah, I kind of gave up on that one. Rachel is sticking her Caroline PDF together so she can make her PJs for the retreat. Nice. We will be PJ twins, because I will be wearing my chocolatey Caroline PJs. Definitely, that will be very cool. Are you going to make the long sleeved or the short sleeved? And you're going to make the shorts or the long trouser ones, Rachel? You haven't, lost weight but inches. That's very cool. Thanks to Adrian. Yoga with Adrian is amazing, and I am still working on that. And I think that's a really good distinction, isn't it? Because loads of people say, muscle weighs more than fat, but they don't. They weigh exactly the same weight as weight, but muscle is denser than fat. So if you have more muscle and less fat, you may weigh the same, but you probably will look different and more, my technical term there. So yes. Mum isn't actually here. Mum is out doing, what is Mum doing? Mum is doing a guided walk with our horticulturalist neighbours over the road. But I am using her computer because I've put her as a moderator, so hopefully I won't get so flustered as I did last time, because that was, yeah. Anyway, where were we? Today I'm moving my stuff from my small room to a much bigger room. So exciting. Ooh, Beanie, that's amazing. Enjoy your new larger space. Louise says, yes, she made them herself. That was the non-paper paper towels. There are loads of tutorials online. You just need fabric scraps and toweling. Good way to upcycle old bath towels. Think Crafty Gemini does a video. Awesome, thank you. And I will put that link in that video so that people know. Yeah, I'm sat weirdly framed here because backlit, but there's not really anywhere else for me to sit easily. So that's why you've got a wonderful view of my wall of scissors and Hannah's NCW, and then Hannah's other NCW that I haven't finished yet, and all my patterns, and my pile of mending, which I will get to. Let's see. Loki is mother to Odin's 8-legged horse. Yes, I knew that too. Hi, Stratus. How are you? Bonjour. That's very French for an Australian, but okay. Short sleeved and shorts, I think. Yes. Short sleeves and shorts for PJs in May. It's either going to be one of those times where it's absolutely baking like it was last weekend, or it's going to be bloody freezing. So fingers crossed for the baking option. That would be nice. Yes, I've just answered your next comment, basically. Stuart. Hi, Stuart. Hello, I'm getting a summer house as a sewing room. What would you say is a must-have in there apart from a sewing machine and fabric? A really good cutting table, if you have the space for it, that is at a height that you don't have to bend over, and that is also big enough for cutting out 150 wide fabric on a single layer and then sort of trouser length pattern pieces if you can get to it, jumpsuit ones, but I'm guessing you're not going to be making that many jumpsuits. Although you're making the walkaway dress for your auntie, so you might be making jumpsuits. So yes, let me know how the walkaway dress goes, Stuart. And thank you very much again for the letter. That was lovely of you. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Tabitha. Oh, I'm guessing you too. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Snaps are optional for unpaper towels. I have snap press and more snaps than I can shake a stick at, which is why I added the snaps. That's what we thought, because when we saw them, it was like, how has she added the snaps? And I was like, she's probably got a thing, or like the cam snaps one. Desi, I really enjoy your channel. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Desi. That's incredibly generous of you, so thank you. Your ironing adulting sucks. Yeah, I had a little bit of a shock to the system when the weather changed the other day, and I hadn't got anything. Well, I've got loads of stuff to wear, but none of it was ironed because I'd washed it all with the expectation of putting it under the bed for winter, and then obviously I got rid of my bed, so I had to rethink my winter summer storage solutions. So it all just went back in the cupboard, and then I went to pick it out, and none of it's ironed. So all of my lovely dresses need ironing, and there's probably about 20 of them, and I don't want to do it. But I need to do it when it's like this, because when I did it the other day when the weather was baking, it was just unpleasant ironing in that weather. I don't. Fun fact, Loki is the god that created the mask in Jim Carrey's mask, and the mask could be in the MCU. Oh, that's very cool. And yes, you're right. I remember that. Mm-hmm. And did Fenrir kill Odin and eat the world? Have I got that bit right? Isn't it Oberus that was going to eat the world? That's why they constantly want him to be eating his own tail so that he doesn't eat that. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert, definitely. Rick Riordan does some amazing young adult books, but they are all based around different mythologies. So there's the Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Egyptian mythology, and he's just started doing Magnus something ones for Norse mythology, which I'm very much enjoying. How big do I think a cutting table should be? Yeah, if you can fit 150 by 200 in, amazing. The bigger the better, really. But majority of fabrics that you find these days, unless you're a quilter who uses extra wide quilt backings, majority of fabrics will be about 150 wide. And sometimes you need to cut out in a single layer. And the kitchen island that we have is my only option at the moment. And it's not quite wide enough and not quite long enough for a lot of the things that I do. But there is absolutely no way I could cut out on the floor. My back already hurts from cutting out on that table. So yeah. Hi from Denmark. Hi, Steen. Stepping away to get a coffee. Enjoy your coffee. Kate. Kata. Hi from Italy. Hi. Hi, Kata. My pile is like, your sewing pile's like Mount Etna, Carrie. Yeah. Mine's hanging up, so it looks fairly respectable, but it is giant. Yes, yes, I like Elise. Letting the dresses hang whilst I shower would be a very good way to do it. So I'm going to start trying to unpick some of these things. So all of these are by Hand London Anna bodices with 5-panel circle skirts on them, but they are mini. And I made these when 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. I think 5 years ago. And I actually have enough of this fabric to put on a gathered skirt, and I think the gathered skirt would work slightly better for this print as well, because yeah, some of the ladies are at funny angles. So what I'm going to do with this one is and I've stitched and ditched, fabulous. I'm going to unpick the entirety of the skirt from this one and then put on a gathered skirt because I love the bodice. It says suddenly it was clear blondes do have more fun. So yeah, I'm going to salvage this this bodice. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how much attention this takes, and if I can chat to you guys and do this at the same time and not seam rip my finger, because that's also another consideration that could actually happen, because we all know how good I am at those kinds of things. So we shall see. We shall see. Where are we at to? Glennis. Hi, Sean. Been to El Kilo on Fuerteventura and bought some fabric. I don't know what I will see with it. Sew with it all yet. Nice. I'm guessing El Kilo is kind of like a chain for the Canary Islands then. And I think that's one of the things that I think of when I go on holiday somewhere. It's always just like, oh, this is amazing. Why can't I live here? And then I think, oh no, getting fabric here would be a nightmare. And then I find a fabric shop and I'm like, oh, I can totally live here. Nothing to do with like, could I speak the language and that sort of stuff. It's all about like, is there access to fabric? Can I get fabric? Which is a little ridiculous. So yes, let's see, where were we? Fenrir kills Odin, but is killed by Vidar. Okay. So, what's the name of the big thing that brings on Ragnarok? At least in Thor Ragnarok. I love that movie. I think that's my favourite of all the Marvel movies. I haven't seen Endgame yet, so no spoilers, please, peeps. They're only showing it as 3D at my cinema at the moment, and I can't really watch 3D because of the type of eye problems that I have. So it's not uncomfortable, but it does kind of give me a headache. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping they'll put it in 2D, but if they don't, I'm not sure how long I can hold out to go and watch it. So we'll see. Anyway, where are we? Stuart, I was wondering what you would say is your most favourite make. That is actually a question that I have been asked lots, and it's still my sister-in-law's wedding dress. It's absolutely beautiful. I wonder if I sit here, if it's gonna... I don't know. I don't think that's made any difference to the lighting at all, has it? So, yeah, just feel like I'm right over in the corner over there. It'd be good for putting up clips, but I have no idea how to do that. So, or photos and things. So yes, let's see. Oh dear, it's your eyeball. Right, where are we? Oh, Julie is speaking Danish, which I have absolutely no hope of understanding. Status. By the way, I say bonjour because I get bored saying hi or hello or g'day. Not French at all. I'm half Aussie, half Spanish. There's nothing wrong with saying bonjour at all. I mean, I call mum and dad maman and papa, and you know, I am nowhere near French at all. So yeah. I asked in the Peeps group last night, what would you make for a photo shoot with hair and makeup by one of your pin-up idols inspirations? You did, Cherry Dollface. I am very jealous if you're actually going to go meet her and have her do your makeup and hair. Yeah, I actually the 6018. I think I still have that pattern out because I was filming in here the other day for the thingies. I'm really liking this one. I'm very glad you guys voted for it on the Patreon page to get the sew along with this one. And I definitely want to make the view with the collar and the cuffs on it as well. That would be very cool. Otherwise, something that's fairly comfortable to sit in, because I'm assuming you'll be sat down for quite a while she does your hair and makeup. So top and a skirt, because you can have some fun with that with the accessories as well, like a nice belt and some shoes, maybe a little hat. So yeah, that would be my current suggestion, but that's because that's the one that's most recently on my mind, kind of thing. Okay, where do we get to? So now you're in another universe to me. I'm in Danish mythology. Ah, okay. Sorry. Yes, of course you would be. So, yes. Diane, good morning from the US. Good morning, Diane. What time is it where you are? Whereabouts in the US are you? Let us know all of the things. And you're asking Stein where she is from. Yeah, no, I kind of gathered it would be something like that. There's 50 of you at the moment, so hello to all 50 peeps. Welcome. Well, technically 59 because, like I say, one of them is Mum's computer here. I hijacked it. Hi, Sharon from Australia. I'm so glad that the Australian peeps are finding this a little bit easier to join in with. That was the aim, to try and make it a little bit kind of easier for you guys, not having to get up at 6 a.m. or something ridiculous like that, because I wouldn't. So yeah. It's yes, it's my birthday on Wednesday, on the 1st of May. It's easy to remember. May Day. Hi, Helen. Welcome from Yorkshire. How is it up there? Is it nice? It's nice and, well, not sunny. It's bright. It's bright here. So yes. Yes, there should, fingers crossed, there should be more Aussies in here today, because, as I say, I tried to do it at a slightly more Australian appropriate time. And 7:30 a.m. in Philadelphia. Thank you so much for joining us at 7:30 a.m, Diane. That's very kind of you. Gosh, that's Sunday morning, isn't it? Yes. Because that's the other thing, is like trying to get these on a day where, you know, it might be feasible for you guys to come and hang out for a little while and sort of chat whilst I do stuff. So, oh dear, itchy eyeball. I don't know what's going on there. Cloudy but washing drying outside. Yes, that's the kind of, we have washing drying weather here as well. Carrie says she's just turned 41. What are your plans for the big 40? I am, oh, I've got all the way around to the other side. Wow, that was quick. I didn't seem rip my fingers or anything. Who knew? I have Big Bird, Rianne, her boyfriend Rory, and my best friend Tatty coming down on Thursday. I think they arrive really late Thursday evening. Their ferry's at 10 p.m. because it's bank holiday. They're taking them the Friday off. And then also on my actual birthday, Mum, Dad and I are going to the Royal, which is a fancy hotel in Ventnor, for cream tea, for afternoon cream tea, and they took me there for my 21st birthday. So I just thought it would be quite nice to go back for my 40th. And so yes, we're going there. And then on the Saturday, the 4th of May, we are going to the local super cheesy nightclub in town. Oh wow, I kind of, this is interesting, I French seamed the back of this zip but then stopped, and just regular seam for the top of the zip, but there is absolutely no finishing on that whatsoever. That's completely left raw. And I clearly knew about bias binding because I finished this with bias binding. But anyway, let's carry on. Yes, so it's a super cheesy nightclub. In fact, it's the only nightclub on the island, and they have a light up dance floor. I have a booth booked, and we are going to, I can't drink at the moment because of all the meds I'm on, so I'll be driving, but we are going to dance the night away on light up disco dance floors, and I am very excited about that. So yes, that is what I'm doing for my birthday. And yeah, it should be good. It should be good. When I lived in London, my favourite place to go was a place called Loop Bar, and they had a light up disco dance floor as well. And at the beginning of the night, they had girls on roller skates in 70s disco outfits, and that just made me so happy. And I particularly like that kind of music, so yeah, that's what I'm planning. Right, where are we? Oh, lots. Noelia. Hola. A Spaniard living in Suffolk. Whereabouts in Suffolk? Because I used to live in Suffolk, and it's hola, buenas tardes at the moment, I think. My teeny tiny little bit of Spanish. White flare suit needed. I have no intention of making or wearing a white flare suit in time for that. Let's see, where were we? Your Australians are introducing yourself. It's a Sunday and the dog never lets me sleep in. Oh, that's one of the joys of having pets, isn't it? I got woken up by 8 o'clock this morning with my one sort of like bouncing on my bed with a brrr. She was just, oh, look, you've moved. Time to get up. I thought, God damn it. Let's see. Oh, yes, Sandra. When do you leave for the UK? And do you have any room in your suitcase for anything other than all of the stuff that you've bought or let me buy and you're smuggling over for me? And Claire knows that situation very well. Having kids means an early start, up at 7:30, so got some extra sleep today. Oh, wow. Yes, that's another reason I've never had children, is because I like my sleep too much. Far too selfish. I know that about myself. Let's see, what's waffling while sleep ripping is trying not to pay. Yes, that's definitely one of my fears, Julie. I am trying not to do that. Only 8 days till you come over, Sandra. That's exciting. What are your plans whilst you're over here? I know at some point I need to try and work out how I'm going to retrieve smuggled fabric from you. Let's see. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Diane. I'm really not overly phased about turning 40. I think my mum's a little bit more sort of like worried, not worried, but like, how are you 40 than I am? But yeah, one of those things. Let's see. Have a great time, Sandra. Are you back to Goldhawk Road? Yes. Well, Sandra is going to have lots of room in her suitcase once she's offloaded all of my crap, so she definitely needs to fill it up with some stuff, don't you? So Goldhawk Road seems sensible. Let's see. You're going to look 40 when you're in your 50s. I'm hoping to look 30, because at the moment people still say look like I'm in my 20s. My mid to late 20s now. Oh, look, there was a dog in the back. But yeah. See, Buenos Aires. I got that right. Yay! You live near Woodbridge. Ah, okay. I know Woodbridge. Not very well. I used to live in a little village called Elmswell, which is kind of between Bury St Edmunds and Ipswich, and then we lived in Ipswich for a while. So, yes, lived in Suffolk for a good number of years. Right, that's one side of the zip done, and again, I did not kill myself with that, so that's good. So I've got another one of Erica's questions here. What bag pattern are you most looking forward to trying for the first time next? I am desperate to make the blue Cala Asta bag pattern. I have all the hardware for it, particularly the long johns. I'm really excited about those. And I just think I really like the look of that because it's a fairly structured bag. And Blue Cala have done a detailed sew along for it as well on their YouTube channel, which is awesome. So there is somebody there to hold my hand whilst I make a brand new to me pattern, which is great. So yes. Oh, Duvile, hello. And we've got Mail 09. Hello. Let's see. Kids isn't a personal choice. If you don't want them, that's your choice, and no one should challenge that except maybe the partner. Agreed. But then fingers crossed you and your said partner will have had a discussion about those kind of things and whether you're compatible before you get too far down the line. And so it's not a surprise that not wanting children comes up, because fingers crossed you won't have gotten too far involved with somebody that desperately does want children. That is at least my thoughts on that. Let's see. Hey Peeps, Sian, are you still planning doing your Australian trip? I am indeed. I had to put it off because, as you know, I have my consultations with my surgeon in November now, and I didn't want to have that consultation and then be told, oh, you need this, that, or the other surgery-wise, and kind of it ruin a trip kind of thing. So yes, we are still planning a trip. Lorianne is very amenable to going in January, which is lovely of her, as long as it works out with Anika, because the whole point of the trip was to go and see Anika from May to So, who's just moved to Australia. Well, not just anymore, she's moved to Australia a while ago. She's up in Darwin now. And yeah, so fingers crossed in January, and I'm very aware that it's going to be very hot, and I am looking forward to that because I enjoy the heat. I am basically a lizard person, meaning that I am cold-blooded and I like to be warm. And poor Dad is definitely not. He's definitely a mammal, Dad, and he retains his own heat and doesn't like living in a house with two women that are constantly cold. So right, zip is almost out from where I need it to be. Let's see. So yes, and I am still planning on trying to hold some classes. I need to look into the legalities of that for as much as working whilst I'm there, and if that is possible. If it is, then I will happily be setting up some classes because I know some of you guys asked about that. So yeah, fingers crossed it all still goes ahead, but it is a little bit dependent on health and that kind of thing. But we shall see. Let's see. Duvelet, hi love, hope you're enjoying the summer weather. It is lovely. It's not quite so hot today, unfortunately, but it is still very nice. And yes, I think I just answered that with my lizard-like mention that, yeah, basically I am a lizard person and I do enjoy being warm. So let's see. Hi, Sean, I have it all under control. It will be delivered to you. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Sandra. I love that you've thought ahead and making my life so easy. Thank you so much. Oh, we're into taking the skirt off. Why is it so much easier to unpick stuff than it is to make it? Why is it so much quicker to destroy your work rather than do it? Yeah. Oh, Papa is not coming, Claire. Dad's staying at home. I think January in Australia would kill him, and he might actually just melt into a puddle and never recover. So no, we're not bringing Dad with us. It's just going to be Mum and I and Lorianne. Let's see. And I would like to come down to Adelaide. Actually, we'll have to see what we can do. I'm hoping we're going to be there for sort of for at least 4 weeks. I know Lorianne can only come for 3, but I'm hoping to do a little bit longer because it'll be my first time there, and I have so many relatives there and in so many different places, and it's such a big country, and I'm aware that I'm not going to see, 1/5 of all the things that I want to see whilst I'm there in that time. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Right, where are we at? Yes, I know the area. I work in Ipswich Hospital as a midwife. I'm 44 and I can say the 40s have been the best decade yet. That's what Dad said as well. He really liked his 40s, and I am looking forward to mine. So Mum used to work at the hospital there. How long have you been there for? How long have you been there for? How long have you been there? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh dear. How long have you worked there for? There we go. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm so looking forward to Australian heat. I have a feeling I may never come back. I might just escape into the outback and just live there. Again, though, well, you have spotlight stores. As long as I have easy access to a spotlight, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yes, right. What have we got next? Not to be an enabler or anything, but I'm going up to London next Sunday and going to sew over. If there's anything you need, just let me know. Rach, that's not helpful. That's not remotely helpful. I need everything. Yeah. No, don't enable, please. Having said that, have you seen that Sherwood Fabrics are having a 15% off sale this weekend? Haha. But I think we all know better now. We all wait for the sort of 25-30% ones because they do those fairly frequently as well, don't they? So, and yes, Elise, you're right. Destruction is always faster. Desi lives in the outback of Australia, and it was 50 degrees and over last summer. Wow. Yeah, I am aware that we are going to be cooking ourselves whilst we're out there, but January just works out the best for all of us, I think. So it's going to be fine. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm nearly there. Nearly there. A few more stitches, and then this one is done. Yay! Right. So I'm going to rescue this, and as I say, put on, because I have more of this fabric. I think this is one when I very first discovered eBay. eBay is evil. This fabric was expensive back then. I think it was £14 still back then. It's an Alexander Henry print from 2002 called Soap. And I think it's one of the first ones that he did like this. I know there's loads of different varieties out there now, but I think I bought 9 meters of it because I still have loads left. Oh, Mum's book, MacBook closed down. So yes, I'm going to make myself a gathered skirt with the stuff that I have left, and then this is going to go into the quilting. Oh, itchy nose. This is going to go into the quilting scraps, although there's no quilting scraps. And actually this was really useful because I have this in black and white as well. They did it in 2 colorways and I bought both, and I bought a lot of both. So Mum used the black and white ones. She made a picture of a horse for her friend, quilted it, so she used all the hair for the mane and things. So this is useful for that. So it's going to go into the scraps pile. Right, where are we up to? Let's see. Hi Lynn, welcome, how are you? And Rachel's just laughing at me. So yes, Rachel, I agree. I know what you mean. I've worked there since the end, since January 2000. Oh, Mum left in May 1999, so you will have just missed her. But Mum was director of nursing there. That was one of the reasons we moved to Ipswich. Claire has asked me how I'm going to deal with the Aussie spiders if I can't handle the nopes. I'm denying all awareness of nopes in Australia. Australia's lovely and nope free. I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with the bug life there. That's one of the reasons I've not been yet, which is ridiculous, I know, but yeah. Let's see. Elise, are you and the QQ still planning on your trip to the US? Health pending, of course. Yes, we are, definitely. We're still trying to work out which quilt show that Mum wants to go to. She's got in her head Paducah. I really want to go to the one in Texas, in Austin, I think it is. And I know there's slightly different times of year. Another dog sighting. So yeah, we're not sure yet. Not 100% sure yet. How have we been chatting for 42 minutes already? How has that happened? The ability to waffle is strong. I really ought to finish my breakfast as well. Clara said, of course Rachel knows that Sherwood have a sale. She lives on their Facebook page. I think it was me that introduced you guys to Sherwood Fabrics, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Let's see. Duvalier. In my experience, if you're going to Australia, then definitely visit New Zealand and Fiji, just because traveling there takes so much time and financial commitment. If I can do it, that's why I'd like to sort of like be there for maybe 5 weeks, Duvalier, because I would love to go over to New Zealand. My uncle and all my first cousins live in New Zealand. Oh, in fact, no, Kerry lives in Singapore, and we're going to visit him. We're going to stop off in Singapore on the way to Australia, because that's a 12-hour flight and then another 12-hour flight, which is my thinking. Although we may fly direct to Perth with Qantas, which I think is 18 hours, 17 hours now. And then my other cousin, who lives just outside of Brisbane, got married in Fiji, and I was invited, and I just couldn't make it work financially at the time. And that was when I was doing my best paid job ever. So yes, they are definite things that I would like to do, but depending on financial situations and if I'm allowed to teach over there, then that will definitely allow me to do more whilst I'm there, as it were. So we will see. So yes. Let's see. Where am I up to? Lynn says, I'm grand, hope you are too. I'm okay. I've actually stopped taking all of my medication because the new gabapentin, for the last few days, I've just been a zombie for the entirety of the day, and falling asleep, and I've got nothing done. So I've stopped taking everything because even with it on it, the pain was bad. So I want to see what it is. I want to see what the pain is without anything at all. Because I've had so many different drugs in my system over the last 3 weeks, I think now. I want to kind of see. I want to see what my baseline is, and then make a decision going forward, because the meds aren't really there's too many negative side effects for what is relatively low pain most of the time. So but anyway, other than that, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Sorry, it's probably not at all what you wanted to know, but there you go. Let's see, where are we? I don't know why I'm doing a little dance while I'm reading the comments, but I am. Let's see, Julie. So I may be in a very small group of your subscribers, but actually I enjoy the waffles more than the produced videos. I think that's recently I've had quite a lot of people say that they came for the sewing and stayed for the waffle, which is amazing. And I have a fairly core group of, because we've hit 13,000 peeps. Sorry, it didn't even occur to me to say we're officially over 13,000, because there's more than 13,010 of you. Dad doesn't count it as official until there's more than 10, because it goes up and down. And he's like, no, it could go down to 12,999 again, or 12,9999 again. So yes, 13,000 of you. Hello, welcome to all the peeps. But there does seem to be a fairly core group of you guys that will religiously watch the waffles, which is amazing of you. And then the produced proper videos do garner more views, and like the longevity of those is much better, because the sew alongs people come back to you over and over and over again, whereas the waffles tend to be fairly sort of current, and if you dropping in and out of those is a little bit more difficult if you've not been following along with everything and you come back for a while. So at least that's how I find my watching experience of other people's vlogs, waffles. So I think I was wearing this the last time I waffled at you, like this. It's a comfy outfit anyway, never mind, that doesn't matter. But I enjoy everything that I do. I think that's one of the really important things about running a YouTube channel like this, is that if you don't genuinely enjoy it, it's hard work, and it becomes very demoralizing very quickly if it's not a genuine passion. So yes, but I'm so glad that you guys enjoy everything that I put out, and that there is something hopefully for everyone within the sewing genre, as it were. That was long-winded. Rachel says, lol, yes, I seem to have a Sherwood's addiction. Don't we all, Rachel? Don't we all? Elise, I'm 2 hours outside NYC and I've never been to the garment district. You should come to the northeast and we can explore together. If I do come to America, there will be 4 days in New York City, period. That I have decided that mum and I both really want to go to the New York garment district. Mum loves shows, so Broadway, if we can work out how to sort of navigate that and get tickets and stuff. So we will be, if we do come to America, when we come to America, Coming to America, I love that film, we will definitely be heading up to New York, definitely. Let's see, Terry O, your mum would love the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. Everyone seems to have at least one fabric shop, and some have several. Every town seems to have at least one fabric shop, and some have several. Yeah, if you guys, I'm sure you guys watch Angela Clayton, but she does antiquing trips with her mum around that area, and the amount of like antique shops that you guys have up there, and then fabric shops and stuff like that, it's just amazing. So yeah, very much looking forward to going. I need to finish this. I need to stop talking. Though that would be a very boring hangout, wouldn't it? Irit, hi, hello, welcome. How many? Oh, there's 58 of us now. Diane Pennington, do your USM plans include New York City? Yes, I think I've answered that. Yes, they do. Tabitha, if you would plan a shopping trip for London for a foreigner like me, what shops would you recommend and any good hotels? I don't know London as a tourist, as in can recommend hotels for you, other than the like super fancy 5-star ones, because they are all amazing, but I would imagine they eat into your fabric shopping budget. So Airbnb, the last time I went up to London, I stayed in an Airbnb, which was amazing and so cheap because I was a single person. So single rooms in hotels are really expensive. But yeah, Airbnb. And then you definitely want to go to the Gold Hawk Road. I think you kind of have to go to Soho over it up in Islington. It's a beautiful shop. And then Berwick Street in Soho. And probably not to buy anything because, oh my God, they're expensive. But just beautiful silk houses, like amazing silk houses. And McCulloch and Wallace, which is actually next door to Loop Bar, which I was just talking about earlier with Light Up Dance Floor. And then there is also, what's it called? Can't remember the name of it, but I think it's on Berwick Street as well. But it's another, no, Joel and Son, and they're around Marylebone area, I believe. And again, that's another incredibly expensive fabric shop, but definitely worth going just to look at the beautiful things. I think they, on their website, they have one fabric that is £7,500 per meter. And yeah, even if I had the money to afford to buy that, I don't think I would ever then be able to cut into it, because it would just be like, oh, if I ruin it. So yeah, there's that. Lynn said it was you who introduced me to the textile centre. Then I had to share the love with my real life pal Susie, who is Thread Quarters on YouTube. Ah, I love Susie's channel, and you're welcome and I'm sorry, both at the same time there, Lynn. I don't know if you saw it on the Peeps group the other day, but I put up a little post saying Textile Centre haven't updated their new in section for a couple of days. I feel like I ought to call them to see if they're okay. It's not like it's something like I do on the regular or daily in the morning. What's new? What's new? Let's see. Fabrics, of course. Yeah, that was, I think I answered that one. I would love to visit the UK because of the War of the Worlds, which is set there, so I can see the places described in my most beloved story. That would be very cool. I'm a huge Georgette O'Hare fan, and she writes, amongst other things, Regency romances, and that was one of my fun things to do on an afternoon in London, was to go around like Half Moon Street and St James's Square and things like that, which is all the places that she mentioned in her books, and they were all the places that women were not allowed. Like St James's Street was where all the gentlemen's clubs were. And it was the height of social kind of suicide for a woman to drive or walk down St James's Street, and it used to give me a real kick when I walked up and down there. I'd be like, oh, I'm being so naughty. It's just how my mind works. Let's see. Lynn said, wise move, read the drugs. There's no point if the side effects are the worst. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because they don't seem to be taking away the pain, and I'm just getting all the side effects with them. So what's the point? Although a lot of them, from what I understand, I need to give them a little bit longer to start working than I have been. But no, it's affecting my ability to actually do my job. So no, editing the last couple of days of waffles has been quite amazing, because the amount that I'm slurring my words and then struggling to find words. I mean, this the way that everything's moved has actually given me a lisp, and sometimes it's much more pronounced than others, and I can hear it today. But yeah, the editing the last couple of days, just, oh God, not good. Let's see where we go. Monthly makes. Yeah, I miss my monthly makes video. There is one coming for you guys. Oh, yes, please.
Okay. New neighbours have arrived.
Oh, have they moved in?
No. They're not moving in.
Oh.
T&C. Stephen and Tracy.
Okay.
Remind me, Stephen and Tracy. Tracy and Stephen.
TNS then.
Yes. Tracy and Stephen. So much younger than us. Not you, but they're really excited.
Oh, good. And, are they going to be like gutting the place?
I've no idea, but they might pop round for a cup of tea later.
Would you mind putting that in the sink to soak, please? Run some hot water in it.
Okay.
Thank you. So yes, on both of the houses either side of us.
25 years since anyone's lived there.
I know. Yeah, both the houses on either side of us were up for sale at one point or another, and somebody's actually bought that one, which is unfortunate because I wanted it, but I didn't have a spare £300,000. But yeah, I think you heard that. People are moving in, so we're going to have new neighbours. Although my place overlooks their place. So anyway, where were we? Finish makes. I have enough stuff to do a February, March and April finished makes lookbook, which I'm very excited about. So I shall be doing some more 12s for that. I should have done them the other day, but I was deep in sew along editing mode, so that's what happened there. Let's see, fabric hauls. Yes. Rona, hi Rona, welcome. Yes, Goldhawk Road is a must. Paddington is a great place to stay. Short tip to Goldhawk Road, definitely. By the way, where do you buy your labels? I get my labels from the Dutch label company, and they're very good. Duvalet says, I understand what you're saying. For a short runway, you're more than welcome to come and visit Lithuania. Board, transportation and wine would be included. Aha! Thank you, Duvalet. Careful what you wish for, though, because I might take you up on that. Claire says, I need my daily waffle fix. It's cuppa time. Ben laughed at you ignoring notes. Bit hard to ignore a huntsman or a wolf spider. Shush, Claire, because I won't come. My cousin takes great joy anytime there is a huntsman spider, like one of the giant ones, because I know they're already giant, but like the super giant ones. She takes great joy in tagging me and my sister-in-law in those videos, and she's like, Nia, Sean, look at this, and it's like, no. No. So yeah, I also need to make more videos, but my computer is still down. My personal repairman hubby has not had the chance to look at it yet. Oh, poor computer. I hope it gets fixed quickly for you. I love your videos. Yesterday I was sewing inseam pockets with French seams, so thanks very much for taking the trouble to do the tutorials too. I really enjoy doing the tutorials, so you know, you're welcome with those. And with those as well, they kind of, I don't know why it took me so long to realise, but when I'm doing a sew along, if I'm using a new technique, I can take the footage out from the sew along. I may need to film a few extra bits and pieces to make it work in and of itself, but I can totally just lift a segment out of the sew along and make it as a standalone video. And that works because you guys may watch the entire sew along and get the tip there, but you may want to apply the tip to a completely different thing, and you don't want to have to watch and scrub through an entire video to try and find that thing that you were looking for. So although it's two videos out of one set of content, I think it works. Let's see, Peeps meetup in NYC. I'm down for that, definitely. Oh my goodness, Duvalet, how much are the flights to Vilnius? Yeah, I'd need you as my interpreter for the entirety of the trip. We'd be like totally helpless, poor English people who are just like, speak louder and slower. Everyone will understand us. No, that's not how it works. Ray Stitch is on the same road as Sew Over It. It is indeed. Good point, Claire. Claire's giving you London shopping trips from Australia. I love that. Tracy and Stephen, thank you, Stratus. There you go, with Dad, that we have now written record of that. Yeah, someone's moving into the house next door. I wanted it, but like I said, I didn't have a spare 300 and something thousand pounds to buy it, and then all the money needed to do to redo it. Carrie, oh god, the 8-year-old has glitter out. I'm off to save the dining room. See you soon, Carrie. Thank you for hanging out. Nimue is here. Hi, Nimue. I'm missing the first part of these meets because I can never remember if the YouTube converts the time zones for these things. I think when I put these videos up, you can set a reminder and it will be your local time, I think. So Irvin Holtz, hello from Germany. Hi. Crafty K, good morning. Hello from not so sunny Nuneaton. Oh, is it not sunny Nunny today, Kay? Where are you people from? All over the world, Irvin. All over the world. Evening of Sewing. Hi from Sweden. Hello, welcome. Didn't you have travel plans to Germany? No. I'd like to go to Germany. I've never been. Have I been? Have I been to Germany? No, I haven't been to Germany. Just trying to think. I did some trips when I was a kid at school, and I was going to start unpicking the wrong bits with this one. So let's do dress number 2. So this is another one of the by hand London Anna dresses with a waistband and a 5-panel circle skirt, or is this just a circle skirt? Yeah, no, this is a 5-panel circle skirt. And I actually have more of this fabric, and I think at the time I could have done a longer skirt on this, but I think I was just having one of those ones where because I used to wear these a lot in the winter, so shorter dresses with boots, nice knee-high boots or over-the-knee boots, and tights and a cardigan like this, which would go really well with this. But I don't wear those anymore because I don't know why, but I just don't like my legs anymore. Well, I do know why, because I don't do any exercise. So of course it's right at the bottom. Oh. I thought I had some of this in brown, but I don't, and I don't appear to have very much of it. But I've got this trim. That's the wrong side. So I've got this trim, and what I was planning on doing was cutting out the bottoms of these circle panels, because that'll be a fairly easy pattern to draw because I just need to make them longer, and then using this trim to kind of insert between the panels. But that means that I need to take this bias binding off the hem. I could have sworn I had this in brown. Maybe they just had it in brown and I didn't buy it, which is stupid. But they also have, I have a lot of it in black, and I have some red ones as well, which would work really nicely. So I'm going to unpick the hem of this one. Although actually, having seen that I don't have what I thought I had, I might leave that one till next, because I do have this one as well, which is again exactly the same dress. If you find a dress that you like, buy it in all the colors, or at least make it in all the fabrics. So I made this out in Saudi Arabia, and again it's really, really short, and I didn't have any contrasting fabric to use for the waistband, so there's some very oddly shaped ladies there because this is just the same fabric for the waistband. So what I want to do is I bought some more of this, and I'm going to again make a gathered skirt to put onto this one, and I'm actually going to take the waistband off of this one as well, and I'm either going to put in a bright red waistband, or if I can find the right color blue, a solid blue waistband, which I think will just help. Perhaps even black would work. Yellow would work too, but yellow is a light color, so you want, for waistbands, you want them to be dark in at the middle, because technical term. So anyway, where were we? Hello. Gaynor, hi from Yorkshire. Hello, Gaynor, welcome. Yes, Julie says that if you, when I put the next one up, if you set a reminder on your YouTube, it's a local time reminder, Nimaway. So fingers crossed that works. Jackie Holloway, hello from East Yorkshire. Welcome, Jackie. Oh, okay. So you've got loads of different things, and they're all doing different things for you, which is fun times. Oh, you weren't talking to me about the plans for Germany, so that's good, because I was like, did I have plans to go to Germany? I don't remember. Let's see. Molly, have you ever thought about having a stash sale? Molly, why would you say such hurtful things? I'm teasing. No, my stash is my baby, and I need all of it. I need it. Yeah, I need it. It's mine. What knitting pattern is this cardigan? This is the Andy Satterland Vienne pattern. And Mum has made it for me in yellow, and then this beautiful Debbie Bliss orange silk wool, which, oh my goodness, I now need all of my cardigans in this wool because it is amazing, but it's also a little bit expensive to do that perhaps. And I think Mum might actually kill me if I just tell her that I need a repeat of all the cardigans that she's previously made for me. So yeah. Anyway, let's start picking this one. This one's slightly better made. I've got bias binding on the back of this, the back seam of this. That's good. So, and have I caught up with you all? I think I've caught up with you all. So I'll answer another question from Erica. The next question is, favourite Peep? Erica, all of you are my favourite Peeps. She does say that one is a joke, so yes. The next question is, farthest from home you've travelled and the coolest place you've ever visited. So the furthest I have been is to the east, Singapore, and to the west, Mexico, and Key West. I've been to Key West. So I have been to America only for a day though, and it is the most southern point of the continental US. Singapore was absolutely amazing. I was with my very, 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 very wealthy boyfriend then, and he could only go away for 5 days, but he was determined, because initially we were going to have a 2-week holiday to Costa Rica, but he could only then take 5 days off work. He was his own boss, so he chose to only take 5 days off work, but he was determined to go away somewhere hot and abroad and like really far, not the UK and not Europe, which we'd been to Monaco and to the Cotswolds together as well. And I said to him, well, the only way that I would be able to go to somewhere that far away for that short a time is if I can sleep. Oh, hello, text message. Who's that from? Let's see. If that's Jennifer, that'll be hilarious. No, it's from Rory. Yeah, I said the only way that I'd be able to go that far abroad for that short a time is if I can sleep on the plane. And he said, yes, that's no problem. And basically gave me his credit card and said, here you go. So I booked us first class tickets with British Airways, because I was going to book us business class, but it was an extra £600 to go first class. And that just seemed, because usually it's thousands more to go first class. So it was just like, done. And then I booked us a suite at Raffles, and we stayed in Raffles for 5 days, which I loved and he hated. He wanted to be at the Marina Bay Sands, but then he also was a huge gambler, so the Marina Bay Sands happened to have a giant casino in its basement. So yes, but that was an amazing holiday. And I got there's an entire fabric street called Arab Street, which just it's like just shops and shops and shops of fabrics. And if you go in there, they also sort of like you bought some fabric and then they said, oh, would you like it made up? We can have it done for you in 2 days. But no, because I wanted to make it myself. But that was amazing. And Cancun, I went with my mum when I was 19, and we did a week in Cancun and a week's cruise around the Caribbean, which is how I ended up in Key West for a day. And that was supposed to be a holiday that me and my boyfriend were going on, and we broke up, and so Mum came with me instead. And it was lovely, but it was a very romantic holiday hotel destination, and there were some lovely American couples there, and they were all kept coming up to Mum and I, and they were just like, oh, we think it's lovely that you're lesbians, it's wonderful. And it's like, no, this is my mum. And they were like, no, it's lovely that you're lesbians, wonderful. It's like, okay. They were desperately trying to be so PC about it, because this was 1997 or 1998. So, but yeah, they're the furthest I've been in either direction. And then I've been down to Cape Town, because that's where my ex-husband is from, and I absolutely loved Cape Town. So I've been that far down. And then the furthest north I've been, probably Scotland. I probably haven't been any further north than that. So I haven't visited any of the Nordic countries, which I would love to do. My to travel to list is huge. So yeah, but that's the answer to that question, Erica, who's not here yet. I think she'll be watching this on repeat when it goes up a bit later. So let's see, where have we got to? Oh, Sean, you did mean me about Germany. I thought there was something about an interpreter needed for a trip 2 hangouts ago, but that might have been wishful thinking. Well, also Nimue Spoonflower have their European printing and distribution site in Germany, so it might have been along the lines of, I want to go to Spoonflower, will you please take me and translate for me? Let's see, I've got another message. What's going on? Oh, so Rory has been edited. Rory is my niece's boyfriend. And he's also a film student, and he has been editing the NCW video that was the NCW course I did in November last year, because I'm nice and up to date and like to do things in a timely manner. So he's exporting it to a Google Drive, and I'll be able to see it in a bit. So that's very cool and slightly terrifying, because what if I don't like it and I need to get to edit things? We shall see. Fingers crossed it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Keep saying that. So anyway. More unpicking. Where are we? Oh, I don't need to take that off, do I? Just need to get that far. Yes, because I don't need to change the inner waistband, just the outer. Where are we? I told you about using. Look, I told you the tool you're using looks like almost like a sonic screwdriver. It does. This is my present from the absolutely adorable Candy, and she sent it over, and it's a hand-turned seam ripper, and I got one and Mum got one. So yeah, they're awesome. I get asked about them a lot, and other than that they were handmade, I can't really tell, and come from California, I can't really tell you much more than that. Same with she sent me my the useful pincushion, pure hand felted wool. It's a thing of beauty. I love it. Right. Anyway, where were we? Great fabric shopping in Singapore. I take it you have been, Sandra. Yes, I oh gosh, there were so many pretty fabrics. So many pretty fabrics. Why? Oh, I think I tacked the zip into this one, and then I've sewn it in. Fun times. Oh, I remember, because I sewed this dress on my mum's sewing machine, and that was when she had the 440, Vanina 440, which is completely different to mine. So I was learning everything on it, and it was all so different, and it confused me. So yeah. Anyway, where are we? La Paz Gardens. I vote for the show in Texas. It's warmer. Hello from Texas, by the way. I just created an account to comment on this stream. Welcome. Hello. Yes, there's also someone called Jennifer, who is the admin and creator of the Peeps group, and I think she would vote for the Texas one as well. The thing is with that one, it's up to Mum, because it's Mum that wants to go and see the thing. And I think Kellyanne and I were talking about maybe doing a sewing retreat in America. But again, the legalities of me working there are something that would need to be taken into consideration. But we shall see. It's definitely something that I would like to do. Let's see, where are we? Might have to say goodbye. I have to go and empty the dishwasher and get ready for the floor men that are coming first thing. We are camping out in my sewing room for a week. How is the move? Before you go, Claire, how is the move going? And thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. It was very lovely to see you. And thank you for reminding me, because my phone did not set a reminder to tell me that the hangout was happening at 12, and I had forgotten. So Claire is the saviour of the day, because otherwise I would be sitting upstairs probably in a little bit of a daze going, what am I supposed to be doing? So yes. Anyway, what was next one? Nimue. Nimue says, I would absolutely do that for totally non-selfish reasons. What, come to Spoonflower and be my interpreter? Yes, thank you, Nimue. I don't think I'd be able to hold my cool or kind of like not be a ridiculously annoying fangirl at Spoonflower, though. I think I would probably embarrass myself, and they would be just like, please, someone come and remove the crazy lady from the building, because yeah, we all know I'm a bit of a Spoonflower super fan. There we go. Spanflower. Oh dear, it's one of those days. Right, where are we up to? Lynn, haha, a sonic stitch ripper should totally be a thing. Oh my god, can you imagine? Well, you know, it doesn't do wood though, but can you imagine just and it's all done? Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I love that you guys are also just as geeky as I am. It appeals to me greatly. What's the next one? Gainer says, I recently completed the Vogue 8972 following your tutorial. I did the straight skirt and I love it. Awesome. I love that dress so much. It was Mum's idea. She'd gone rooting through my pattern stash and had decided that was the one that she wanted to make, and that she wanted to make it in scuba. So it was like, okay, let's see if we can make this work. And we did, and it's awesome. So you have Mum to thank for that sew along. And I have Mum to thank for all of those that I have in my wardrobe now, because I have a lot. Do you guys have like a self-imposed limit? Because I know a lot of you are like, make one pattern and move on to the next, but some of you have favorite patterns. Do you kind of like give yourself a self-imposed limit? I have said 5 per pattern, and then I need to move on and try something different. But then, having said that, I have around about 27 Anna bodices, and I'm rescuing these ones to make more, or to not make more, to keep that number at the same. So yeah, let me know. Let's see, where was it up to? Stuart, how do you cope with not being able to sew when you have to take your machine in for a service, as mine is in at the moment and I feel a little bit lost? I didn't take my machine in for a service for about 5 years, which was very noticeable when I finally did get it in for a service. I tend to cut out piles and piles of work so that I have stuff to do when I get back. I know not everybody is a batch sewer, so I personally like working in that method, but I know not everybody does. Yeah, I cut out. I prep loads and loads of projects. But again, Stuart, I believe you're fairly new to kind of garment sewing, so that might not be something that you're comfortable with, because you haven't got lots of tried and true patterns yet. So perhaps organising your stuff or planning projects, that's always quite fun. Kind of, it depends on what you like doing and how you like doing it, really. The other answer is get a backup sewing machine, which Mum and I are seriously in the process of trying to find one that we both agree on, because we have slightly different ideas about what our backup machine should be. But we're getting there. So yeah, what's the next one? Thank your Mum. I shall, when she gets back, I shall let her know. That's proved a very popular pattern, actually. I need to make it in the suggested woven, because I think I'd like that as well. But it's just so comfy in scuba that I think it might be a little bit of a shock to the system, putting on that same style and being like, why is this so restrictive? Let's see. Charles, you did ask this in the comments as well, and I had remembered. It's about my theme tune. It's from YouTube Music Library, and it is called Sour Tennessee Red by John Delaney and the something band. And yes, quite a few YouTubers use it. So when I was setting up my YouTube channel, I used to put the bloopers at the end of my videos, and that was supposed to be my kind of like under the bloopers music, and I wanted something that reminded you of Benny Hill music, and that did to me, sort of. And then because I was then going to use something very much like not all the other sewing channels, but kind of like the pretty and the light and then I just thought, you know what, I just like this. So that's how it ended up being the main sort of like channel trailer music. And because it was just supposed to be for the bloopers, but I liked it so much I decided to use it for everything. So yeah, Sour Tennessee Red, that's what it's called, and it's in a YouTube Music Library, which you guys all have access to. So yes, getting there. Charles, I still have Nimoy. I still have my birthday money and vouchers to spend at Spoonflower. I might need a consult with your swatch books. Oh yes, The swatch books are a really good idea in a way. I spend I think they're like £4, although I might be showing like the last time I went onto the site to look, because I can't trust myself on Spoonflower. But they are a really good idea, because they've now started printing coloured dots on the swatch books, which gives you a really good indication of how the different fabrics take the dye, because the natural fabrics are not as vibrant as the synthetic fabrics, but then synthetic might be not what you want. So, you know, you do have to kind of sort of, there's a balancing act between the synthetic fabrics and the vibrancy of the dye that you want. So yeah, but definitely if you haven't got a swatch book, highly recommend that you get yourself one, because it's worth it. It really is worth it, because the last thing you want to do is order a fabric that you think is going to come out a certain way and it doesn't, because of the type of dye on fabric that it is. So yes, get yourself a swatch book. Miss Tiff's Mischief, hello from Australia. I know I'm late. No limit on patterns. I have probably got several dozen fabrics planned for 1-2 patterns, mainly because I know that they suit me and that they are lovely. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason that I repeat make a lot of the things that I do, is because I've perfected the pattern. I've put all the effort into getting it to fit me, and I love it and it suits me. And whilst I have all of these patterns, which is basically floor to ceiling, and there's so many in there that I haven't tried, the ones that I have tried that I love, I get very drawn to making those again, because after that first time they tend to be fairly quick makes that go together well, and it's not a waste of a beautiful fabric. Because as much as I say make muslins, even when you make a muslin, the first time that you make something in your fashion fabric, it's never the muslin will give you fit, but it will never quite give you like the overall finished, this is what this is going to look like. So yeah, I with some of my more precious fabrics, I'm just like, yes, I will make something that I know that I love, because that just makes sense to me. So yes. Let's see, where are we? Julie, I don't have a limit, but when I have made a few of the same pattern, I tend to get bored with it. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. When I was buying ready to wear clothes from the high street, though, I was of the ilk that if I came across something that I loved and that fitted me, or semi-fitted me, or fitted me well enough, I would go back and buy it in every colour. So I've always been the kind of person that will have more than one style of a particular dress, or more than one pattern of a particular dress, because that's just my mentality. So yes, it's not for everybody, I do agree, and I totally see getting bored with things. Let's see, where are we up to? Stratus has said, I am a cosplayer. This year will be my first time sewing a full cosplay for my Castavillian Dracula cosplay. Going to be interesting and challenging. Good luck with that, and please let us see it in the Peeps group when you are done. We would like to see. And who's next? Terry O, thank you. Thank your mum for me also. Currently have 2 very loved 8972s in knits. Yes, she has good taste, Mama. Of course she does, but yes. Right, and oh, getting there. Got a little bit more to unpick here. Ooh. And let's see. Oh gosh, I'm so surprised I've not stabbed myself. I mean, now that I've said that, you know, I've jinxed it, and I'm probably going to stab myself. But let's try not to. Oh, I think. Ta-da! Number 2 done, which is awesome. So with this one, I've kept the bodice on the inside. Sorry, I've kept the waistband on the inside bodice, but as I said, I've taken the bodice off of the waistband off of the outside bodice, because I want to use a solid fabric for that. And then I have my fabric here to make the skirt with. So this will go into Actually, they probably both can go into my bag making supplies bins that I have down there. Right, let's see. Lynn, what happened about your mum's machine? The last time she had to take it to be fixed, please. I'm cross on her behalf for all the troubles she's had with it. I hope it's working okay now. Yeah, so it started talking in Danish to her. Was it Danish or Nederlander? I think it was, no, it was Dutch. It was Julie. We wish we would have had you here, but no, it wasn't Danish. It was Dutch, and yeah, she took it up to the mainland. Brett fixed it for her. Cost her 50 quid to get it fixed, which was a bit annoying, but it's back and it's working perfectly again. So yeah, I mean, my Benina, I had one fault on it when I first got it, which was very irritating. It wouldn't register that the thread hadn't broken, so I could sew 7 stitches. That's how many it'll let you sew before it goes, oh, the thread's broken, or your bobbin's empty. So it stops sewing and it won't let you sew without those without thread in it. But my thread was fine, and it was the sensor was broken on mine, so I had to get that replaced when I first had it. But other than that, for not having it serviced for 5 years, there was loads that needed doing when it took it in for the service, but those 5 years it worked perfectly. But yeah, mum's had a few issues with this machine which are a bit annoying given the price of it, but it's working and it's perfect again now, so yes. Stuart, I am new to garment sewing, but I have been making bags for the past year, but there is only so many I can cut out before I have too many to do. I know that feeling. I have an entire box up there of pre-cut NCWs, and for as much as all the Patreon peeps who have been buying them, nobody has wanted anything that I've pre-cut out. So I sat there one afternoon and I did it, and it was just like, I've got all these ones prepped. And now the thought of sewing them all is a bit kind of like, oh God, no. So yeah, I can get that. I don't know what else to say other than planning, prepping, and hand sewing for when your machine is in. So yes, let us know if you discover some genius thing to do whilst you're waiting for yours to come back. Charles, no worries. I mean, I did read your comment and I did mean to answer it. I think I have answered it in one of the vlogs. So yes. Gainer, no limits on making the same pattern as long as it looks different from the last. Agreed. Myra, good morning from Florida. Hi, Myra. Hi, Florida. Williamine, hi. Hello. But Sian, Julie says, but Sian, you also have that perfect pin-up body that is hard to find something that fits. Is either going to fit the waist or bust hips. Yes, basically that's why I started making my own clothes, is because I couldn't find stuff on the high street that would fit. So it just seemed kind of like the next natural progression. I'm looking for a tissue. 2 secs, guys, because my nose is, I think I need to snish. Oh, let's not trip over things as well. I'll be back. I'm back. I have tissue and dog. I'm going to wipe my nose with this, not this. She's I think you've been able to see her trotting up and down outside, patrolling. Mum's out of the house, so she's a little bit on edge. She always gets a little bit on edge when they've abandoned her. So yes, she's very cute when she's like this. When she barks in a heapy, she's less cute. Let's say hey to the peeps. Hey peeps. Yes. Hey peeps. I'll let her go now. Careful. I mean, you can come back up if you want. That was definite no. Let's see. Where are we? Stratus. I just submitted to join the Peeps group on Facebook with the K9 answer. I shall approve. Hang on. See, can I approve you now? Can I do it whilst you're on the whilst live on the channel? Oh gosh, why can't I speak? Still got jokes. Ah, yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that's fine. You're approved. There you go. Member of the Peeps group. Anyone else? Anyone else want to get in on there? Whilst you're here? There's nearly 800 of you in there. Actually, my as I said earlier, we've reached 13,000 peeps, which is amazing. And then we have also got over 3,000 on my Instagram, and I am becoming much more active on Instagram. And then there is over 1,000 on the official KB or Kittenish Behaviour Facebook group, and then the Peeps group is nearly 800 of you. So yeah, it's amazing. That's a lot of people, a lot of peeps. Let's see. Bye everyone. Have to get the groceries bought before the stores get too crowded. Have a great day. Bye Terry. Nice to have you here. Laurie Moore. My machine has been held hostage for the last 2 weeks. I finally had to pull out my heavy duty machine because I ran out of Ziploc baggies for my projects. Yes, that's the other thing. It's like if I move, I have a giant pile of projects to do here. There's some sew-alongs, some personal projects in there. Then I've got under here, over there, I've got NCWs that need doing, and then I will be nearly done with the NCWs, and I need to work on Susie's penny-ins. I'm going to see if I can sit cross-legged. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Oh, my hip, ow. No, it's fine, it's fine. Right, let's see. Where have we got to? I started making my own clothes because everything is too short in the shops. I thought I hated wearing dresses. Turns out they're fine when the waist sits in the right place. Yes. Yes. The chairs are a wiggly chair. I think maybe I'll put my feet back on the floor. I think that might be safer. So in the shops for me, all of the dresses. So this is my natural waist here. And the dresses always used to sit here. And at the moment, these two things are actually fairly equal in size. But when I was younger, my waist was even smaller. And so this was where my ribs are. So this was obviously a fairly set size that doesn't get much smaller or bigger, even with layers of chubut over the top. But my waist was, is it 27 now? 28, 27 now. It used to be 22 inches. So they always used to make me feel huge because they'd be sitting here, but my actual waist was so tiny underneath. So I just got frustrated. And I could never wear pencil skirts or buy pencil skirts because, again, if I bought them to fit my butt, they'd just be huge over the waist. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see where we were. Hi, Susie. Yes. Oh, so Lily Bells. Of course, everybody who is in the Peeps, any of the Peeps groups is classed as a Peep. You don't have to be part of the Peeps group. It's just something for the people that do use Facebook and want a private group to share their makes and things like that don't want to do so in public on, say, for example, Instagram or YouTube and things like that. But anyone who's subscribed to the channel is a Peep. There's 13,000 Peeps now, so yes, you are definitely a Peep. And Julia's just said the same thing. I haven't made either the Roxy or the Rosie wallet. I have both patterns. Mum has made both of them. Bar locks. The bar locks work really well, actually. These, they work really well. And you can get, if you have a rivet press, you can get dies. They're actually oval that will cut these shapes out for you. But yeah, Mum has made both, and I want to make at least one, which is why I have this. So yes, I have giant amounts of hardware for things that I want to make. Actually, we're gonna Peepception, because the vlog, I haven't vlogged very much at all today, but I have got possibly a vlog coming out tomorrow. It might be the stage 3 of the sew along. But could you guys all say hello to the peeps for me, please? We do this and we realise how long the delay is, but it's peepception again. So hi peeps. Thank you. This always makes me giggle. I don't know why. I love it when Bailey does this on her channel as well. She has like the Twitch stream say hey to the vlog. Hey vlog, hey vlog. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's been an hour and a half, guys. I have a wedding dress that I need to get on and get making. And given that I don't have the thing that I thought I had to make this, I need to either find out where I stashed it, because I so remember buying the brown one, and if not, then I need to make another plan for that. So yeah, I think I need to call it a day. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It has been fab to see you all. Next May's Peeps Hangout is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be on the 19th of May, because the last Sunday of the month next month is Mum's birthday. So I don't want to I don't know what we're going to be doing for Mum's birthday, but I don't want to promise something when we're going to be going out. So yeah, the next hangout is going to be the 19th of May, and I'm planning on starting it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which hopefully will work. Again, it's a bit later for the Aussie peeps, a bit later. You'll just be heading off to bed, some of you. But for the American peeps, hopefully it'll be a little bit better for you. And then the time after that, I'm going to go back to kind of like a 9 p.m. kind of one. So yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Oh, Julie, the 5th is Mother's Day everywhere else in the world. The UK had it back in March. We're weird. We like to be different, you know that. So yeah, but you're going to miss it because you're going to be in the middle of nowhere bush camp. Well, I don't know if that's allowed. Be careful of all the nopes. You have many 8-legged nopes. Be careful of those. Anyway, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed today's waffle, and yeah, thank you for coming in, hanging out, and I will see you again soon, but I will see you for more waffly goodness on the 19th of May. Bye. Awkward part where I don't know when the video actually stops filming.